Hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here and at the same time so pleasantly overwhelmed to see thousands of responses from our customers. And this truly goes to show that we are indeed co-creating InMoney along with you all. So I'm really excited to do this session and I hope to do more because this is truly in line with our core philosophy that listen, we don't want to build the product for us, we want to build it along with you. So very exciting. So what is our product roadmap? What are we planning to build in the future? I think the first thing is that I want to share with you all our vision. Our vision is to be the one-stop shop for your money, to be your super banking partner for you and your family. And we're very obsessed about this vision. And why we are obsessed about this vision is that we can only do well for you. We can only do really well for you and enable you to earn better and meet your goals if we become your default financial partner. We become your one-stop shop for your money. I think that's very critical and we're very obsessed about this vision. So in the roadmap, you will see a lot of banking features being unveiled, never seen before in this market. You will also, of course, see, we hear a lot of people asking us for many more tracking features like crypto and many other product categories like gold, etc. So all of that will get rolled. We are very obsessed about enabling tracking to be automatic and no manual entry. So we try and avoid launching an asset class which requires manual entry. But we will further include more tracking features on our platform. As we go along, you will see our robo-advisory product getting many more upgrades in the future as we go along. And you would also see some very powerful innovations never seen before in this country coming out, like robo-STP, robo-SIP and super stocks. Unfortunately, in this session, I can't talk deeply, but think about it that what are the things that we can, the question we as a team ask here, what are the things we can build for you which will help you save more and earn more? And those are the things we are building. And again, we're building it along with you as we are learning and as we are also learning and working with you as our community members. One of the questions which is often asked to me is that, why can't we can buy and sell US stocks, we can book deposits, we can buy mutual funds and sell mutual funds and switch mutual funds. But why can't we buy and sell the Indian stocks? Yes, I can give you the answer yes. So first thing we wanted to solve to make the Indian stock tracking excellent. It's a very complex problem. I don't want to go into it, but we have now enabled stock tracking across brokers in India. Very stable and scalable. It's a difficult engineering problem. So that was the first thing we wanted to do because our insight and learning there was that every person who invests in Indian stock market has approximately 3 Demat accounts. So the first problem I wanted to solve is that if you've got 3 Demat accounts, how do you bring all of this together? And that was a difficult problem, right? Think of it that there are one transaction you're doing in your bank's Demat account, another one you're doing it in your discount broker's Demat account, and you're trying to bring all of this together. So that was a tough problem that we wanted to solve. And since now that we've solved that more difficult problem, you will be able to do 2 things. One, very quickly, which is to buy and sell stocks across your brokers, but sitting on our app across your brokers. And then just like what we just launched for IPO Center, I don't know if you know, but you can now apply for an IPO sitting on InMoney app irrespective of the broker. So broker it's agnostic of broker. Same way you'll be able to buy and sell stocks that you hold or you want to buy new while sitting on InMoney app and without needing to go anywhere. So that's the first thing. The other thing, we are also going to also have our own Demat account because there could be customers who would want new native Demat accounts for whatever reason. So we want to, again, be neutral, leave the choice to the consumers. If he wants to transact on his broker sitting on InMoney app, he can do it. If he wants to transact with a new Demat account, he can do it. But again, let me tell you clearly, we will be zero commission there too. We will be zero annual maintenance charge there too. Question that often asked to me is crypto as an asset class. So if you ask me personally, I like crypto because I feel it's like gold. But I think where I kind of come out a little differently from rest is that it's not a local market forces product. It's not a product where pricing is getting created because of local market forces. It's actually global market forces. And hence, that is one thing which is stopping us, because global market pricing of a Bitcoin is very different than the local pricing of a Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, if we truly want to believe in our philosophy of delivering better pricing, more savings, more earnings, then it kind of conflicts with us, and we're trying to figure that out, right? Because we feel crypto is a global product. The other issue is that there are regulatory clarities which need to come in, and I'm sure that'll get ironed out as we go along. We do believe in the asset class. We do believe that it's a very highly volatile asset class, and for an aggressive young investor, there could be a need for him to have a very small allocation in his asset allocation. But we right now are still not clear about regulation as one of the variables, and pricing of these asset classes, right? I think we're not too sure about these two things. Having said that, it is in our roadmap. The first part of the roadmap we've already done, we enabled through our reward currency cryptos. The other one which we will launch very soon is you'll be able to track all your cryptos. If you bought from Binance or if you bought from anywhere else, local exchanges or global, you'll be able to track it all on InMoney. Because we heard, again, we learned from you, right? A lot of you all have exposure to crypto, and that should be part of your net worth, which we show on the dashboard. So that's our view at the moment on crypto. I would love to, given it's such a volatile topic in itself, I would love to learn from you all. So if anyone has any more ideas on the way we're thinking about crypto, please feel free to write to me. A very important question, that why should I trust InMoney with my data? A very, very pertinent question. And to which I would like to really give my thoughts and response. The first and foremost thing is that philosophically, we would never ever share the data for any advertising purpose. So you would never see ads playing out on our apps or website, never. In fact, so many tools and technologies we have built in-house. The reason we've done that is because we don't even want to throw back signals to any third-party system. For example, you must be seeing these notifications which come to you. Most of the consumer tech companies in India use third-party notification systems. We've actually natively built it at our end. The reason is we didn't want to pass the data. So the first thing I want to say very clearly is that as a company, we never ever would share the data for advertising purpose or any other purpose with any third party, ever. Unless there is a fulfillment reason. Let's say, obviously, if you are buying a deposit with a bank, then that bank has to fulfill the deposit. But in terms of at a generic level, your data would never ever be shared with anyone ever, right? I mean, I think that we are very clear. We will never do that. One of the reasons why data gets shared is because you want to show advertising, so you would throw back the data to third-party advertising systems. We would never ever do that. So that is the first thing. The second thing I want to say is this, that when you are syncing your data, you're syncing that data with my space, your space. You're not syncing the data with, the company as such, right? You're syncing the data with my space, and when your data is getting synced, it is getting synced in an anonymized manner, right? Which means that the correlation between your data and your personal information are not related, right? Because it gets anonymized, it gets hashed. So that's the second thing. The third thing that I would like to also tell you is that given that we also encourage our customers to sync their Gmail emails for those financial statements, we are audited by Gmail security partner Bishop Fox very regularly, and we have to pass that audit. It's a very important audit. Now that we do enable consumers to open a neobank and do US stocks, we are again subjected to quarterly security audits on our data. We've also are now ISO certified, and again that's also a pretty big tech level audit, data level audit, and even company policies and processes driven audit. Other than that, if you look at it on the application, we have made biometrics as a very important default thing. We also are obsessively using OTP, because OTP as such is a password which rotates, which means that even I don't know my password. Each time I open the application, that password would be new in a way. So we've done all of these things, and of course also chosen to use the best in class AWS services, and constantly keep getting our data systems audited to ensure that your data is safe, secure, and at the same time always anonymized. We really want you to be aware that we take privacy very, very seriously. And I think at the end of the day, all I would like to say is that if the application has to do magic for you, it will need to have you bring all of this data together. Finally, one point I want to also say is that, listen, your money is never touched. Your money is always between the bank accounts and asset management companies. So your money is never touched. So your money is always very, very safe. We are also SEBI regulated, and hence we also hold a lot of fiduciary responsibility. So, I tell my team, who are our bosses? Our boss is you, the customer. Our boss is our regulator, which is SEBI. And of course, our boss is also, in a way, all the systems that we are running and all the regulated systems that we are running, which we need to keep a keen eye on. A question which is often asked that, I built these startups, exited them, we did monetize, and then why in money? I think the answer is very simple, right? People like me want to create impact. At the end of the day, what gets us going every day, morning to night, is that can we be impacting people's lives for the better? So anything that I built in the past, let's say at GoIbibo, for me, every day the high was that I was impacting the lives of tens and thousands of hoteliers in the market who didn't have the demand or who didn't have an inventory system in the past. And we were able to really create liquidity for them. We were able to help them increase prices. We were able to help them increase occupancy rates. And that for me was a huge high. Same thing, bus operators, thousands of bus operators in the market. Could we help them increase occupancy rates? Could we help them increase the yields? So that day-to-day impact that we could create. I remember when we were launching Ibibo Pay, which later on was rebranded as PayU, merchants, individual shop owners used to struggle to accept payments. And I remember launching a very simple feature which enabled merchants to get onboarded on a payment service within minutes. Within minutes, they could accept payments. And that number suddenly from 2 merchants, 3 merchants became hundreds of thousands, right? So I think for people like me, and I'm not the only one, many entrepreneurs like me, what keeps us going is impact. I mean, I think that is, and it is not a job, right? It's like, for me, it's like passion, and it's about really getting excited about every day solving problems, creating solutions. Like the US stocks 2-in-1 Super Saver account was a problem, very hard problem, and really, really excited to have solved it along with the team. And that's what really gives me all the high and energy, and hence helps me to create that impact. I really want to thank you all for participating in this session. I'm so excited to receive thousands of responses and ideas, and I've read each one of them, not ignored a single one of them. I want to reiterate that we are truly co-creating in money with you. It is not something which we are doing in isolation. And I'm really excited about this long journey that I'm along with you all. I'm very, very thankful for you all to having taken time to write such amazing ideas, great points, and in some cases even nudged us to do better. This is what really energizes us to constantly build, innovate, and do better. My team and I are truly blessed to get so much of candid feedback, beautifully articulated and very well written. We're really, really excited. Thank you very much.